Okay. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, your friend, Tahiri Divine. If you have not done so, please make sure that you follow the channel, like, comment, and hit the notification bell. And hey to my Instagram pals. Hey, y'all. Okay, so I want to let y'all to come on in. Okay, good to see y'all beautiful faces. Hello. Won't be before you all long. Let's make this super sweet and to the point. Kind of like what I like to do. You know who this is. It's your girl, TK Divine Tahiri. Also go by Diana, the Metaphysical Midwife. Follow me on all social sites as Tahiri Divine. Today's brief topic message is going to be about celibacy and why celibacy ain't it. Why it ain't it? Why it ain't it, T? I'm going to tell y'all why it ain't it. Okay. So, my homegirl had posted on her Facebook post earlier today about how she has taken 2 celibate journeys in her life that were long periods of time, either from like a few months to a few years. And when she came to realize out of those journeys of celibacy, she did not learn anything that she felt she needed to learn. And I was like, that's so interesting that you said this, because I have been coming to the same conclusion why celibacy does not work. Not saying it's not a time for it, but why it does not work. Because typically what happens when people are celibate, a lot of times you're celibate out of hurt. You choose celibacy as a way to try to heal yourselves. And I'm all for that, right? I'm all for that. But what's happening is that instead of using that time as a time to really grow and process your trauma, you're really using it as a response to trauma. And you don't engage in meaningful relationships with people that you may be attracted to. You may spend more time with your friends. You may spend more time in your hobbies. So there may be some self-development. But this is the thing that we have to understand, that relationships is the lesson that we need. The only way to truly advance is through relationships. So if you are on a celibate journey, power to you. But if you are not engaging with people to have a relationship with, to learn more about who you are, because it's great by yourself, right? When you're by yourself and you're not engaging with anybody, of course you're celibate. Of course you're not engaging. But you don't know you until you are really start participating, actively engaging with other people. Doesn't mean you have to sleep with every person that you engage with, but that's how you truly understand yourself, is through relationships. And this is why I say celibacy doesn't work if you have no intention of really activating yourself within that time frame, if you're only using it as a means to escape from hurt, or escape from a relationship, or escape. Because a lot of times it's escapism. And the same thing with going to school. Sometimes that's escapism. Starting a business, that's escapism. I know we some boss babes, boss chicks, but a lot of times we got to be real about what we're doing. A lot of this is to distract ourselves from the active principle of and the art of healing and reshaping and reclaiming who we are. So, am I saying go out here and sleep with every Tom, Dick, Harry? Heck no. But I am saying that do not use your celibacy time as a means to escape the real reason why you are here to elevate yourself. And we do that through relationships. This is why you look at the word relationship, better yet the word intercourse, right? Your course is a school. It's a lesson. Every relationship is a lesson. That's why when we engage with other people, we learn who we are. Ask yourselves and really take times to really understand, who am I when I'm in love? Because a lot of times when we think about who we are, or who we are, we think about, or we start to articulate the things we like to do versus articulating the areas of ourselves that we have blind spots on. We have blind spots when we're infatuated. There's blind spots when we're angry. So taking that portion of time, if you choose to be on your celibacy, is taking that time to really identify yourselves, identify your love triggers, identify your anger triggers. And then why are these triggers here? Is this something that has been sitting dormant from childhood or previous relationships that you're carrying, and now it starts to rise up? Because a lot of times we're only triggered, be honest y'all, we are only triggered when we're in relationships. When you're by yourself, there's no active agent that is poking or prodding at you or causing you to activate yourself, we stay the same. So I'm all for the single life. I like to be single. I'm for that. I'm not against that. But I want us to be very clear with our intentionality and where we're sticking our energy at, and where we are trying to try to catapult our life. Catapult the life. Catapult our life, and understand that we do that while in relation to other people. So if you're on the path of celibacy, shout out to you. Have some intentionality to it. Engage with people. And that's a great time to really go through who's really for your level up and who's just trying to have a good time with you. Nothing wrong with having a good time if that's what you want to do. But again, you don't really truly understand yourself till you start activating people. Do you fall into temptation or pressure? You know, do you know how to stand firm on your boundaries? Do you respect your own boundaries, right? Because typically times we want other people to respect our boundaries more than we do. You are the end all, beginning all when it comes to your boundary setting and your boundary standing. The same thing as for what you are receptive to. Nobody will give you anything unless you try to receive it. If you receive it, because this is something I had to say to a girlfriend of mine who was complaining about the type of men she was engaging with. She was like, I only attract this type of dudes. I'm so tired of attracting this type of dudes, blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, it's not about what you attract. It's about what you say yes to. And a lot of times we want to make the blame on the person. And yes, that person probably wasn't the best person, right? But at the same time, back to accountability, back to self, we still chose that person. We chose that person from a place of wherever that issue that we wasn't dealing with came from. So with that being said, I just want to tie this in because we're in the spirit of Libra, honey. This is all about relating for ourselves and growing ourselves and expanding ourselves. Taking time with yourselves, and if you do plan to practice celibacy, make sure there's intentionality to it. Ensure that you are utilizing that time to still engage with people, go out, meet, frequent places, and really use that as a time to learn more about yourself. Because again, we learn more when we're around other people versus when we're just by ourselves. Well, all right, y'all. This is your friend, your girl, Tahiri, TK, Tara Rose. You can find me on all my social sites as Tahiri Divine. Until next time, I will talk with you all later. Peace.